Andrew Jackson. The seventh President of the United States. Andrew Jackson was not born into power, he seized it. Rising from poverty and violence, Jackson became one of the most controversial figures in American history, a man who reshaped the presidency itself and divided the nation in the process. Born on March 15, 1767, in the Carolina backcountry, Jackson grew up in a world defined by hardship. Orphaned during the American Revolution, he experienced loss early, and it hardened him. Anger, resilience, and defiance became the foundations of his character. At just 13 years old, Jackson served as a courier for the Continental Army. When captured by British forces, he refused to shine an officer's boots. In response, he was slashed with a sword, leaving scars on his hand and head, wounds that fueled a lifelong hatred of British authority and deepened his combative spirit. After the war, Jackson studied law and moved west to the Tennessee frontier. There, order was fragile and authority depended on strength. Jackson's volatile temper and fierce determination quickly earned him a reputation as both a capable lawyer and a dangerous man. Violence followed him throughout his life. Jackson fought multiple duels and survived numerous gunshot wounds. In one infamous encounter, he allowed his opponent to fire first, taking a bullet near his heart before calmly killing the man with a single shot. The bullet remained lodged in his body for decades. Jackson's national rise came during the War of 1812, commanding American forces in the South. He defeated the Creek Nation at Horseshoe Bend with devastating force. His methods were brutal, but his effectiveness was undeniable. In 1815, Jackson became a national legend at the Battle of New Orleans. His outnumbered and poorly supplied forces crushed a veteran British army in a stunning victory. Though the war had technically already ended, the triumph transformed Jackson into a hero in the American imagination. To his supporters, Jackson embodied strength, defiance, and survival. To his critics, he represented cruelty and unchecked ambition. He was celebrated and feared in equal measure. In 1824, Jackson ran for president and won the most popular and electoral votes, yet lost the presidency in the House of Representatives. He denounced the result as a corrupt bargain, igniting public outrage and permanently altering American politics. For the next 4 years, Jackson mobilized the anger of ordinary voters. He presented himself as the champion of the common man, attacking political elites, bankers, and institutions he claimed had stolen the republic. In 1828, Andrew Jackson won the presidency in a landslide. His victory marked a turning point. Political power shifted decisively toward mass democracy, and the presidency became a far more powerful and personal office. As president, Jackson expanded voting rights for white men and asserted unprecedented executive authority. Supporters praised his decisiveness and strength. Critics warned that he governed like a monarch. Jackson introduced the spoils system, replacing government officials with loyal supporters. He defended it as democratic rotation. Opponents called it corruption. Loyalty became the currency of power in Washington. Jackson's most devastating legacy came with the Indian Removal Act. Tens of thousands of Native Americans were forcibly displaced from their ancestral lands. The resulting trail of tears caused immense suffering and death, a tragedy that remains one of the darkest chapters in American history. When South Carolina challenged federal authority during the nullification crisis, Jackson responded with force. Though often associated with states' rights, he threatened military action to preserve the Union, making clear that secession would not be tolerated. Jackson's war against the Second Bank of the United States defined his presidency. Viewing the bank as a threat to liberty, he vetoed its recharter and withdrew federal funds. His actions weakened the institution and destabilized the economy. Though prosperity followed briefly, Jackson's policies laid the groundwork for the Panic of 1837, a severe economic collapse that struck soon after he left office. In 1835, Jackson survived the first assassination attempt on a sitting U.S. president, when both pistols misfired. He attacked the would-be assassin with his cane. After 2 terms, Jackson left office more powerful and more polarizing than any president before him. He had expanded democracy, but at immense human cost. He retired to the Hermitage in Tennessee, remaining politically influential until his death. Supporters revered him as a defender of the people. Critics condemned him as a symbol of injustice. Andrew Jackson died on June 8, 1845. His legacy remains deeply contested, a man who transformed the presidency, empowered the masses, and inflicted irreversible harm. As Jackson stepped away, the nation stood louder, stronger, and more divided than ever before. The age of quiet leadership had ended. The presidency now passed to a man shaped by Jackson's influence and burdened by its consequences. Next, Martin Van Buren.